The forest is alive, but it is not welcoming. The air shimmers with the acrid stench of sap that drips like venom from the towering trees, each wound in the bark, releasing a fluid that burns the ground it touches. A clan of Australopithecus moves carefully through the undergrowth, their bare feet testing the soil, their hands carrying crude stone tools, their eyes darting to every rustle. Theirs is a world where a single misstep, brushing against a bleeding tree or inhaling too deeply, could mean death. What would it take to survive in a forest where the trees themselves bleed poison? How did humanity carve its place in a world that seemed to reject them at every turn? The opening sequence unfolds with a hunt already underway. A small group of hunters stalks a forest. Antelope spears sharpened from stone lashed to branches. They weave between the trunks, dodging the trickle of sap that scorches the earth like fire. The prey bolts suddenly leaping away, forcing the hunters deeper into the cursed woods. One misstep, a hand grazes a wounded trunk, and the sap smokes against flesh. The hunter pulls back, his face contorted in silent agony. But there is no time to linger. The antelope is their chance at food, and hunger presses heavier than pain. The chase builds momentum. The herd scatters into a thicket, and the Australopithecus close in with bursts of speed, their voices low grunts echoing through the canopy. A spear finds its mark, sinking into the flank of one antelope, but victory is not yet assured. From the shadows emerges a rival clan drawn by the same desperate hunger. The prey lies between them, its lifeblood mixing with the poisonous sap dripping from the trees. For a tense moment, both clans circle muscles, taut eyes burning with primal need. Conflict erupts. Stones fly, branches break, and shrieks fill the air. It is not merely a fight over meat. It is survival itself. Tribe against tribe. The poisonous trees loom over the struggle, their branches dripping death, and every swing of a weapon risks contact with the toxic sap. One figure slips crashing against a bleeding trunk, and the hiss of burning skin silences him. The sight shakes both sides, for even in violence, they share fear of the forest's curse. The fight ebbs, the rival clan retreating with snarls and gestures of defeat, leaving behind the wounded antelope. The victors breathe heavily, sweat mixing with the bitter scent of the air. Yet triumph is fleeting. The injured hunter's wound festers quickly, the sap spreading its poison through his body. The clan gathers in a desperate circle, using leaves to wrap the burn, grinding herbs into paste with stone tools, hoping to draw the venom out. The healer among them gestures fiercely, urging them to act quickly, for the poison claims life faster than any predator. Rain begins to fall, hissing against the trees, diluting the toxic streams that drip from bark. The clan seizes the moment, cutting the carcass free from sap-stained roots, lifting it onto their shoulders. They march together toward the open savanna. The storm at their backs, the forest fading into mist. Survival has been bought at great cost, and yet they endure. Every step they take carves humanity deeper into the myth of existence, a story of defiance in a world where even the trees bleed death. The storm does not relent as the clan emerges from the tree line, but the savanna air feels lighter, the toxic weight of the forest left behind. The hunters stagger beneath the slain antelope, their muscles trembling, while the wounded companion lies slumped across the shoulders of another. Lightning flashes across the sky, illuminating the endless grasslands that ripple like a restless sea. Each step forward is a test of endurance, for hunger gnaws at them, even as victory bleeds away in the rain. They know predators lurk here too, drawn by the scent of blood and storm. As night falls, they find refuge in a shallow cave carved into a hillside. The antelope is laid at the center, its body a promise of survival. Fires are coaxed from damp sticks sparked by friction and desperate patience. Smoke fills the cave, warding off insects and cloaking them in warmth. The clan gathers, their eyes hollow but alive, their bodies circling the flames as the healer tends the poisoned hunter. Leaves are chewed into pulp and pressed against the wound. Stones grind minerals into dust mixed with rainwater and applied to the burn. His skin trembles under their touch, his breath shallow, each exhale a reminder of how thin the line is between life and death. The firelight dances across their faces, shadows flickering against the stone walls like ancient spirits. Mothers cradle their young, shielding them from the biting wind. Warriors sharpen stone edges in silence, their hands moving with ritual precision, for even in exhaustion, weapons must always be ready. Hunger urges them to feast, yet instinct warns caution. The forest's curse may cling to the animal's flesh. The leader, broad-shouldered and scarred, signals with a gesture demanding patience. Strips of meat are cut thin, laid over the fire, and smoke purges what poison may remain. The first taste is cautious, a sliver touched to the tongue, swallowed with grim determination. Relief washes over them as no sickness follows. Yet the night brings another danger. Beyond the cave, the storm fades, and the grasslands awaken with predators. A pair of saber-toothed cats stalks the hillside, drawn by the scent of blood and smoke. Their golden eyes glint in the darkness, their massive fangs gleaming with hunger. Inside, the clan stiffens, sensing the danger in the stillness beyond the flames. Spears are gripped tighter, firebrands raised. A low growl reverberates through the cave mouth, primal and bone-deep. The tension builds like the storm reborn. The saber-tooths advance slowly, their paws silent on wet stone, their gaze fixed on the huddled prey within. The leader thrusts a torch outward, the flames crackling in defiance. The cats hesitate, snarling, their bodies coiled with lethal power. For a moment, it seems the fire might hold them at bay, but hunger drives courage, and one cat lunges. The clash is sudden and violent, stone spear against muscle, fire against fur, shrieks echoing through the night. The battle with the saber-tooths is brutal, but brief. Sparks fly as stones strike fangs, and the fire casts monstrous shadows across the cave walls. One cat recoils, singed and snarling, retreating into the darkness, while the other hesitates, eyes fixed on the clan's leader. With a final desperate thrust of a sharpened spear, the second predator is driven back, leaving the cave and its occupants trembling, but alive. The flames gutter, and silence falls, broken only by the storm's fading patter and the labored breathing of those who survived. Dawn breaks with a pale, trembling light filtering through the cave mouth. The clan emerges cautiously, surveying the grasslands now washed clean by rain. The savanna stretches endlessly, a landscape of opportunity and peril. Bodies ache, wounds sting, yet there is triumph in survival. The hunters gather the last of the antelope, skinning and cutting it with practiced hands. Even in exhaustion, every action is precise, ritualistic, a testament to generations of adaptation. The poisoned hunter, wrapped in leaves and supported by comrades, walks slowly but steadily, proof that knowledge, care, and solidarity can overcome even the forest's most sinister defenses. A new challenge rises as the clan approaches a river, its current swollen from the storm. Water brings both life and danger. Crocodiles may lurk beneath, and the wet banks are treacherous. Yet survival demands they press on. Using long branches and carved stones, they fashion rafts and stepping platforms, guiding the young and wounded across with meticulous care. Each step is calculated, each slip avoided. The river, like the poisoned forest, tests their ingenuity, patience, and courage. They navigate the current as a single organism, every movement synchronized, every gesture imbued with instinct and intelligence. By evening, the clan reaches the edge of a safer open plain, where the poison trees no longer threaten and predators are fewer. They set camp together, sharing the salvaged meat in silence, savoring the warmth of fire and the comfort of proximity. Children play cautiously near the embers, their laughter timid but genuine. The wounded are tended again, their burns bandaged with leaves and herbal pastes, and the healer smiles faintly, relief mirrored in every weary eye. As the sun sets, painting the savanna in deep golds and crimson, the clan rests in unity. The horrors of the poisonous forest and the threats of predators remain vivid in memory, but they are tempered by survival care and communal resilience. Life persists fragile, yet unbroken, and the legends of this day will echo through generations, a story of cunning courage and the primal determination that defines humanity from its earliest steps.